What's good, everyone? We're back. I don't even want to talk about it. All right? I don't even want to talk about it right now. Don't even want to talk about it right now. Like, not a happy individual right now at all. Not a happy camper by any stretch of the imagination. Because that was literally, I told y'all I'm getting work done in this house right now. And that was literally the contractors took out the power. Like, totally avoidable. Totally avoidable. Not a happy man right now at all. We had over 350 of you in this room. Like, I don't know what we'll be at now, to be honest with you. Smash that like button. Help me out. Get back out there. I mean, I don't know. CJ Stroud driving. Goes for that slant over the middle. Nice pass breakup. X up in there, baby. All right. The field goal attempt. 4th and 5. 7-3. Shout out to Felipe for gifting 5 zone memberships to all of y'all. I appreciate that. What a hassle, man. I tell you. Appreciate all y'all for sticking with me coming back here. Yeah, I am absolutely livid right now. I am absolutely livid. We were rolling. Everything was good. I am like so livid right now. It's unbelievable. Like I said, that this is unacceptable right now. So yeah, not happy. Not a happy camper whatsoever. Now I gotta like retitle my episodes and stuff. Like, I'm just gonna leave it up in 2 parts. You got part 1, and then we'll just do part 2 here. Oh, it's preseason. That's fine, but bro, that's fine. But when it's totally unavoidable, it's not like the power went out in my house, and then I went downstairs, and this was the only room power went out in. And again, I shouldn't even be up here. I'm waiting on my office to be finished, and they're out there turning the power off. What are you saying with your life? And this was the only room in the house that had any power on. I went downstairs, everything was on. I'm like, what's going on right now? All right, 2 is out. Skylar's in. Motion Robbie chosen. Down to the left side. Fake the handoff to Ahmed. Skylar steps up. He goes deep. And, oh! Cedric Wilson cannot haul it in. Man. Had a little bit of a step on him. Let me see this again. Good coverage. Good coverage. Yeah, good coverage. Nice throw, but good coverage. Good coverage. Looks like that starting offensive line is still out there, even though we're through a quarterback change right now. All right, Thompson. High snap again. And the bull rush, and Thompson fumbles it down to about the 11. Will Anderson just making it known that I'm the number 3 overall pick, and this is why. Whew. All right. 3rd and 24. And we're just going to hand it off and get to the 15. Not much. And it is the second quarter, too. That was not pretty. Connor Williams looks like he's the one we need to be worried about. He looks like he needs to be the one we're worried about. Whew. Not pretty. Not pretty at all. Not pretty at all. Connor Williams really struggling out here. Man, Will Anderson's been an issue early on, huh? So I guess while I was getting everything back up after we got shut down there, Noe Benogany on that drive where they scored 3 was beaten twice. He was in position. He had good defensive position, but he's beaten twice. So that's interesting. Well, I guess we'll see what Noah's got because they're going to give him another shot. Guys, the offensive linemen, there ain't nothing out there. People keep talking about Dalton Risner this, Dalton Risner that. We're not getting Dalton Risner, okay? Fangio's staff drafted him. Butch Berry had him last year. And it seems like Dalton Risner was one of the guys who was not a fan of Butch Berry and did not like them changing to that outside zone scheme. So all these people keep talking about Dalton Risner. It ain't happening, I don't think. Would have happened by now. They're happy with their interior. They're happy with Robert Jones, and they like what they've seen from Keon Smith. You know what I mean? Like, they're happy with these guys. You know, they like what they've seen from Lester Cotton and Isaiah Wynn. I don't see them adding Dalton Risner. So people need to get over this. Unless someone becomes available via cut or trade, I don't know if I see them adding a big piece to that offensive line. All right, CJ Stroud, from the bad snap on their behalf, Stroud catches it and throws it into the dirt. And there is a flag on the play. There you go, ineligible receiver downfield for the offense. 13:04 left in the second. Bad snap. What's going on, eh? All right. No, I just seen the Dalton Risner stuff on Twitter, and I'm like, these people don't realize this. Anyways, handoff, and that is going to be stuffed up. Who's back there? Ogba in there, and so is Pilly. Love to see it. Ogba and Pilly on the stop. Beautiful. Igbenogany trailing on that one I saw. Yeah, Pilly's making a case to make that 53 for sure. All right, Stroud in the gun. 2x2 set. Steps back. He looks. He surveys. Ooh. Great coverage by Eli Apple, but a really good throw in the breadbasket. That was a good throw by Stroud. The coverage was fantastic. Like, Devin Singletary, what a catch. Because Eli Apple all over him. Draped on his back. Great coverage by Eli. Better throw and catch. All right. Here we go. 7-man front for the Dolphins. Motion. We got trips left and one to the right. Stroud, he takes the option from the slot, and it's going to be a short gain. Dalton Schultz on the reception. I have no idea what's going on with my DAZN app. Today's been an absolute pleasure. All right. Let's go. Yeah, let's go get a touchdown. Sky's not falling. It's a preseason game. I ain't worried. Not worried in the slightest. I am not worried in the slightest. Even that interception didn't matter. Even that touchdown after the drive doesn't matter in the long run. Are we going to be really talking about that in December? Are we going to be talking about the preseason in December? I don't think so. You got to give props to JT. He made a lot of good points yesterday. That being one of them. All right, here's your box score. Oh, look it. I had this set up, and I got to reset this up because of the fantasticness. All right. Tua Tagovailoa, 5 for 7. CJ Stroud, 7 for 10. Skyler, 0 for 1. Not overly pretty. Yeah, Raheem Mostert right now is the leading rusher with 6 carries for 30 yards. I want to see A-Chain get the ball a little bit more here. All right, we're back. All right, Skyler back out there instead of Mike White. Big run stop in the backfield. All right, let's go. From the 16-yard line. Skyler, after the 4-yard loss. He had Barrios on the slant and he ripped it. Okay, we got to talk about this for a sec. You know what I'm seeing? He still hasn't developed his touch. Remember last year in that Jets game where Tanner Connor had that key drop, but Skylar Thompson freaking rifled it like 8 yards on the field. This guy's throwing a freaking... You don't need to throw bullets on slants, man. You got to touch them. This guy's just rifling it in there, man. Got to be a little bit better than that, man. Like, let's put some touch on your footballs here, Skyler. Skyler flushed out. He's going to throw into the ground. 3 and out. Not pretty. There's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play. Skyler needs to learn that every throw doesn't need to be a fastball, though. Skyler still hasn't learned. All right, get another chance here. All right, here we go. 3rd and 14. Replay it. Penalties offset. So now we're in the I formation with Skyler under center. A-Chain is the running back. Handoff. A-Chain. Oh, he's up there. Oh, A-Chain with like a 20-yard dash. Hits that middle and he is gone. Holy. 20-yard run by A-Chain. And there you go. But then he stuffed up on the next play. Not a lot to go with there. All right. So after a 2-yard loss, we're at 2nd and 12 right now. 7-3. We got about 9 minutes, just under 9 minutes left in the second. Split back shotgun set for the Dolphins. Thompson has A-Chain to his right. Sorry, to his left, and Gaskin to his right. That was not. That was... Who was that? Was that Coleman? It was not. It was a receiver out of the backfield. I apologize. Skyler with another fastball. Attaboy, Bo. Good to hear. Yeah, Skyler's not looking good, man. Bro, this guy needs to put some touch and placement on his football. Not everything just has to be a zinger. Takes the over the middle. Is that Julian Hill? There you go. Julian Hill's going to be about a yard and a half short. Maybe a 2-yard short. Looks like they're going for it. Cedric Ogbuehi is in there at right tackle right now. 4th and 2. They're going for it. From the Miami 44. Why not? It's a preseason. I agree. We're out of the huddle with, about 20 seconds left. Good stuff. I agree. Good call, Scotty. Barrios motions to the left. 2-by-1 set now. Skyler in the gun with Ahmed to his left. There you go. See, a little bit touch to the outside. You don't got to rip it in there. Touch it. Let him run into it. Cedric does. First down. See? There you go. There you go. Nothing. Didn't have to. Look at that. There you go. All right, I like it. Handoff, Ahmed off that right side. He gets that edge, and he gets up that sideline. It's an 11-yard run. That's a first down. So the offense is moving right now down to the Houston 32. So that's going to up another first down. Love converting first downs on first down. Beautiful. Let's go. All right. Skyler hands it off. Ahmed's going to try and get that right edge, and he does again. Woo! Throws a little stiffy, gets about 8 yards. Down to the Houston 24. Good stuff. Ahmed showing some nice burst. Good vision. Showed a little physicality, throwing the stiffy at the end there. Boom. Love to see it. Good running. Good running. Julian Hill, nice block too. All right, here we go. From the Houston 29-yard line. 2 receivers stacked to the left, 1 split to the right. Skyler in the gun. Ahmed to his right in the backfield. Takes that snap. He's got Ahmed on the short little out route coming out of that backfield. And he's going to get that first down. He's going to get those 2 yards they needed. That's going to convert and move the chains. First down to the Houston 22. Let's go. Good movement here by the offense. Skylar settled in a little bit. This is the best Skylar's looked in 2 preseason showings, that's for sure. Good stuff. Here's the link again because I saw someone ask. No, Phillips was not inactive today. He wasn't on the not expected to play list. I haven't seen him out there though. But remember, I missed like that second drive because I lost my power, right? Isaiah Wynn is locking that down, man. I'm telling you. All right. Fakes the handoff. Rolls back to his right. Skylar's on the move. Jukes and jives. Dives forward. And gets some yards on that too. All right, 2nd and 6. Hand off to A-Chain, and he is good penetration. He's going to end up getting about a yard, though. He fights through it and gets a yard. No update on Robert Jones yet. All right. In the gun, Skylar, empty set, 3x2. Takes a snap, pumps. It gets a little, wow. It got a little busy in there, and then he popped back out and hit Ahmed over the middle on his check down. And that might have been good enough for a first down on 3rd and 5. What a great play there by Skylar, man. It looked like everything was collapsing around him, and he popped back up with that pump fake. Did a little hop skip. Good catch by Ahmed. Good vision. Ulave's in at center right now, for those wondering. So, 1st and 10. Ahmed gets that left side. He's going to get about 3 yards. So that'll be to the Houston 8. All right, 3:10 and ticking away. 2nd and 7 right now. Here we go. Dolphins just eating that clock up, man, now. Holy. Timeout by the Dolphins, their first. They are dominating in possession right now. 16:44 to 9:38. They are dominating right now in time of possession and such. I mean, when you break it down here, you're talking about they've ran 32 plays to 17. They've got 154 total yards to 76. Yards per play is around the same. Obviously losing the turnover battle. But the possession, man, almost 7 minutes. Look at the box score there. 2 of 5 for 7 for 67. Skylar 4 for 7 for 31. CJ Stroud finishes 7 for 10. And Raheem Mosert's the leading rusher, but Ahmed, look at this, quietly catching up. He's leading the game in receiving right now with 3 receptions for 24 yards. Who had Ahmed on their bingo sheet for leading receiver today? And for you wondering about tackling, David Long right now, he's leading the Dolphins, but Denzel Perryman, the leading tackle getter. Remember I wanted Perryman a couple years ago, all of you that have been with me since 2019, 2020? Perryman, I wanted him a couple years ago. I mean, he's such a good value. He's such a good player. $300 of you in the room, please smash that like button. I can guarantee the notifications did not go out for this stream once I rebooted it. All right. From the 8-yard line, motion Berrios to the right where he meets that right stack. Look at that. Skylar takes Ahmed out of the backfield underneath, and he runs it in. That's a touchdown. Nice play. Take what they gave you, Skylar. Love it. Look at that. Great play by Ahmed. Ahmed out here saying, don't forget about me. Wow. Wow. Big. And the kick from Sanders is good. So that is going to make it 14-3 Dolphins.
Offense for the Texans is going to get another opportunity here. This offense under offensive coordinator Bobby Sloan. KCM says it's the West Coast offense's greatest hits. Of course, Bill Walsh, 49ers head coach, on our coaching tree. Starting off that West Coast offense when he stepped aside, George Seifert took over, kept the offense in place. So we'll put him on the coaching tree. Mike Shanahan.
Skylar looked better than Mike White did last week. But, guys, what if Mike White comes out? Skylar looked better than Skylar did last week. But Skylar also looked better than Mike White did last week. But what if Mike White comes out and he looks good too? QB2 battle about to heat up potentially. He just said, here, Mike, let's see what you got. So, let's see. Skylar finally settled in. Looking good. Stopped throwing fastballs. Threw with some touch. And look at, he converted a first down. And that touchdown pass was nice. All right. Oof. Great return. Great return. Shout out to Joe Holt. Just getting on due to work. Saw your stats, 2 of 3 an interception. How did he look when he was in? Sort of asked, love your reason. So, oh, I gotta see. Look at this. I appreciate you, Joe. Let me fix this and I'll answer your question. Let me put this in there. He looked good, man. He on the second drive, he looked good. The whole offense looked great on that second drive. The first drive, though, the interception was a dumb decision, dumb throw. So he got to get better at making decision making. But then we were all sitting here like people were laughing. You know, it was a bad throw. But then that second drive settled in, looked good, made a lot of nice throws, a lot of big throws. He went 5 for 7 on the next drive and drove us down. The next drive started off. We started off on the 7-yard line, but the first play was a bad snap from Connor that pushed us back to the 1. So it was a 93-yard drive, but we technically drove 99 yards. All right. 2 minutes left in the second after the 2-minute warning, 14-3. And then Stroud. Ooh. Good coverage by Eli Apple on Nico Collins.
One thing we're seeing from the Miami defense that we didn't see from consistently see from the Houston Texans defense, their defensive backs are where they need to be. Even when they give up big plays, the safeties, the cornerbacks are right on the wide receivers. Whereas in the Houston Texans defense, they were leaving some of these Miami Dolphins tight ends, running backs, and receivers wide open.
Let's go.
Singletary in motion out of the backfield. Dolphins rush 5. Pressure comes. Stroud.
All right, Stroud off the pressure, rolls to his left. That was actually a nice throw. He had the receiver. Completion not made. 4th and 5.
And it brings up 4th down for Houston.
You know, when they watch film Monday, they're going to say, CJ, good job knowing you have to come down with that ball. CJ finds himself time, and on a play that should have been a negative, he's able to potentially get positive yards, showing his athleticism and his accuracy while throwing on the run. Noah Brown has to come down with that because that was a perfectly placed ball, considering how he was running off to the side.
All right, 150 left.
Berrios, the deep man. Last 4 years, second in the National Football League, averaging over 11 yards per punt return. Short punt. Berrios with a fair catch near the 18-yard line. 14-3 Dolphins with the lead, and now a word from Houston Methodist.
I hope this QB2 battle heats up because it's been a dud.
Skylar Thompson on in relief of Tagovailoa, who led the Dolphins on a 14-play touchdown drive. Mike McDaniel said that's all I need to see from our number 1 quarterback. It's been Thompson the rest of the way. Expect to see Mike White in the second.
All right. Yeah, you're going to get a heavy dose of Mike White in that second half, guys. Heavy, heavy dosage. All right. 2 receivers stacked to the left. Motion. That's going to be Ahmed. They motion him to the left and back to the right. It's a screen to Berrios, and that's shut down after a gain of 1.
Don't see too many zero tackle zeros. In fact, this will be the first year you see that.
And you see right there, when you talk about the defensive backs being able to play the run, being able to make the tackle,
Desmond King Jr. said the second on the tackle.
that's what you ask out of your experience.
All these zeros popping up, and Teddy Bridgewater rocking 50. Skylar in the gun. Ahmed to his right. Motion. They're going to hand it off to Ahmed. He's woo! Hey, Ahmed's off to the races. He's gone. No one is catching him. Oh, no, they did catch him all the way down. Wow. What a run by Salvan Ahmed. 65 yards for Salvan Ahmed. Woo! Devin A-Chain, he's going to get nothing much there, and he's going to get shut down for a loss of a yard. Salvan Ahmed may take Jeff Wilson Jr.'s spot at this rate. He is a man possessed today. 2-by-1, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Skylar in the gun. A-Chain next to him. He's falling back. Brother throws it away, but dangerously. Thank God there were no Texans around. That'll bring up 3rd and 11 with 17 seconds left. So, no intentional grounding. Safe move by Skylar. Got away with it. 3rd and 11 now. Skyler sits back, surveys. He's got time. Good protection. He's got his man. It's Berrios. Berrios had to come back to the ball and then dove into the end zone. What a play by Berrios. Wow. What a play by Braxton Berrios. Whoo-wee. What a great play by Braxton Berrios. Wow. Let's go. Wide receiver 3, baby. Wide receiver 3. Yeah, he did hear me. He stopped zinging everything.
H-Town, are you ready to charge with the Houston Texans all year round? Become a proud season ticket member today and secure your spot in the stands for every game this season. Plus, enjoy exclusive benefits along the way. Visit HoustonTexans.com/tickets or call 888-TIX or text now.
Whew. Wow. Wow.
10 seconds until halftime. Houston won the toss and elected to defer, so the Texans will have the ball to start the second. And we'd likely see the last
Good stuff.
CJ Stroud, I would think.
No, I would absolutely not expect him to come out at halftime. When you see the guy behind him coaching him up in his ear, Case Keenum, the street boy, so we won't see some Case Keenum action either. But good work. And when it's all said and done, you don't want to overstate it, you don't want to understate it. Good work for a quarterback in his second preseason game.
Quick kick with time winding down here in this first half. Mechie trying to get to the edge and thrown out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 5 seconds to play until halftime. CJ Stroud will come out for one last snap.
And even getting under center to take a knee. You practice that. You practice that at the facilities, and I'm assuming that's what's going to happen here, but you get a chance to practice it with what should be the starting quarterback.
Get under center, take that knee, and go into the locker room. Down 21.
All right, here we go. 21-3 for the Dolphins. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good half. I mean, rough first drive for Skyler. Rough first drive for Tua. But after that, I mean, you know what I mean? Good stuff. Good stuff. Skyler and Tua both look comfortable. Like when they settled in, both look comfortable.
Really good job of giving them time to protect, seeing him scramble, make some plays. So very positive outing for CJ. Proud of the way he responded.
Tough first drives. You know, rough or tough first drives, whatever you want to call it. For Tua and Skyler. But they look good once they settled in.
What's it like to be on the sidelines, these sidelines, back in this upstate?
This is awesome, man. You talk about a homecoming. It's great to be back home and all our fans backed out. I mean, we're thankful for the support, and it's a great feeling to be back home.
Mike White, you're up.
Drew, thanks so much. Hey, boss, I'll get you out. Here, Red Bull. It gives you wings. Wings? Very funny.
Let's go. Skyler did look good, man. After he settled in, loved what I saw. Jim Young, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Appreciate you for joining it. Let's get into the stats. You know, I'm going to tell y'all, like, once Skylar settled in, I liked what I saw. Once Tua settled in, I liked what I saw. Both had rough first drives. There's no doubt. One bad decision from Tua, right, where he had the interception. And then you had Skylar was out here rifling everything, not putting touch. And then once he settled in, he had a couple of nice touch throws to Ahmed, the one to Cedric Wilson on 4th down. So good stuff from them. Now we got to see, is Mike White going to heat up this QB2 battle at all? We're about to find out, right? We are about to find out for sure. So, I like what I saw. I'm overall, it could have been obviously better with each of them first drives, but overall, I like what I saw from both guys once they did get settled and once they got comfortable. All right, over 375 of you in the room. Smash that like button. Let's go over the box score and the team stats at half for all of y'all so we can see where everyone stands. All right, so here it is. When you look at it, Tua Tagovailoa started off 0 for 1 on the first drive. First throw was an interception. Next drive, he was 5 for 6 for 61 yards. Averaged about 8.7 yards per throw. Skylar Thompson, he has 7 for 11 for 57 yards. 5.2 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was also sacked. CJ Stroud, so far 7 for 12, 60 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Salvon Ahmed, after that big 65-yard run, he's now your leading rusher. 8 carries, 88 yards. He's just been, that man's been running possessed. But Mostert on that first, Mostert really had his 6 carries for 30 yards on that first drive with Tua. Remember, that drive started on our own 7, Tua's scoring drive. And then the first snap, Connor Williams blew it, put us back to our 1, and the offense had to drive 99 yards, and they did. Braxton Berrios is now the leading receiver. He has a touchdown and 3 receptions. Salvon Ahmed has 4 receptions for 32 yards and a touchdown. So Salvon Ahmed, guys, I mean, he's already got 120 all-purpose yards in the first half. Is he coming for Jeff Wilson's job who can't stay healthy? I don't know. On their side, I mean, we've only allowed 9 rushes for 20 yards. That's great. Great stuff. Leading tacklers now, Bryce Thompson. Channing Tindall has 1 tackle for all of you wondering what happened to him from last week. David Long had a nice tackle for a loss earlier. And Denzel Perryman had he had the interception. He has a pass deflection and 4 total tackles right now for the Houston Texans as he's the leading tackler. Now, when we go over to how these teams have matched up in the first half, the Dolphins have run 38 plays to the Texans 21. They've got a total of 244 yards to the Texans 80, averaging about 6.4 yards per play to 3.8. The passing is about 104 to 60 right now. Rushing's 140 to 20. That's where the big difference is. And here's the big thing. Remember, the Dolphins were 0 for 3 in the red zone last week. Already, they're 3 for 3 in the red zone this week, while Houston's 0 for 2. Possession, 19-10 to 10-50 for the Miami Dolphins. So, right now, as it stands, guys, the Dolphins are, dominating in a lot of categories. But again, it's preseason. How much stock are we really putting into this? The biggest stock I'm putting in for the quarterbacks right now so far, Tua and Skylar. Skylar, that's the most comfortable I've seen him all preseason. Tua looks like he shook off the rust. Wheels got in motion on that second drive. And even Skylar looked like he shook off a little bit of rust too. So, and Salvon Ahmed, man. If Jeff Wilson, we're talking about, everyone wants to know Isaiah Wynn. He's been pretty good in the first half. Everyone wants to talk about getting Dalvin Cook, but what if Salvon Ahmed takes over this running back 3 spot, and Robbie Chosen, he's silent while Braxton Berrios was making plays even when Tua was on the field. So the wide receiver 3 battle is very interesting right now too. So very interesting first half. Again, battles to watch, right? Battles to watch. And Kendall Lamb has looked really good in place of Teron Armstead. There's no denying that either. So, liking what I'm seeing from Kendall Lamb. Robert Jones did go down with an injury. I'm currently going to see if I can find you guys an update here. I haven't found an update yet. I'm looking to see if I can find something for y'all. Yeah, there's no word yet on Robert Jones. No word yet. Yeah, Isaiah Wynn is definitely locking down that left guard job, guys. I'm seeing it. I'm sorry. It's Isaiah Wynn, left guard 1, baby. All right, let's go.
The UEFA Champions League programs will be brought to you by Heineken and Pepsi, UEFA Champions League official sponsors.
So I guess we're going to get our dose of Mike White. He had Skylar Thompson looked the best he had all preseason once he settled in, man. I really liked what I saw there, man. This quarterback 2 battle has been a dud, though. I had such high expectations. It was like, wasn't it high on my, it was like in my top 3 battles to watch, I'm pretty sure, too. Like, man. All right, let's go. Like, what do we do with Ahmed? Are we gonna keep handing the ball to Ahmed? And see, like, here's the thing: how much stock are we gonna put into this, guys? You know, how many guys are we facing that aren't gonna be? Come on, Like, if it was strictly their ones, okay, Cool. Yeah, Berrios did almost have 2 touchdowns, right? He almost finished off that Tua throw. I told y'all, Tua gonna love him. If only he didn't lose his balance. I just think we're gonna have a career year for. I think it would have been. I think we're gonna have a career year for Berrios. I think he has a career year. If Tua and him stay, if Berrios stay healthy, I think he has a career year. I'm really a fan of Braxton. If you haven't found out, I really like Braxton Berrios. I wanted him last offseason when he signed back with the Jets for 1 year. I'm a big fan of Braxton Berrios. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it. I guess I just see Welker. You know what I mean? I see Welker traits in him. And I just love him, you know what I mean? So and I always thought he suffered from terrible quarterback play. I really always thought he suffered from terrible. He's just a playmaker, man. He's quick, he's agile, he's shifty. You know, he's one of those guys you want to get the ball in his hands and let him operate, you know? So I've just always been a fan of him. Yeah. I see Ladarius says, yeah, he is Wes Welker. I just like him, man. I really respect his game. He honestly, like, I know Izakama is going to be wide receiver 3 next year, but I hope Berrios can stick around. Like, I hope Izakama takes that next step, and that's our wide, you know, and then Hill stays, and, you know, until we have to rearrange that wide receiver room, I really hope we can keep those 4 as our top 4 guys, you know? And hopefully Robbie Chosen can step into a role this year too. I still want him to do some stuff. Guys, over 450 of you in the room. Appreciate y'all. So we're going to see Davis Mills now. 2 years ago in his rookie season, looked like he might have been one of the better ones in the class. Then he had a rough second year. And they drafted CJ Stroud, so we're going to find out what Davis Mills is about a little bit here. All right, offset I formation. They hand off the ball. It's kicked out to the left side. Good bounce out by the back. Who is it? I can't see who the back is. 22. Jay Rose, this is why I wanted Dalvin Cook. I wanted him to groom A-Chain till year 2 and into year 2, right? Committee year 1, Dalvin Cook and A-Chain year 2, and then year 3, year 4 is A-Chain. I saw this development needing to happen a mile away. Now, I could be wrong, and by mid-season, it may pop off. Don't get me wrong here. So that was Boone. Noah Benogany in on the tackle, right? Woo. There you go. Sims out of bounds for the first down. Steven Sims. I think it's a 12-yard receptions. Good play there by Davis Mills. And they are moving the football. All right. 13:55 left in the third quarter. Thank you for joining me. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. From the Texans 40, I formation, false start on the play. That will come back 5 yards, take them to the Houston 35, and that will bring up a 1st and 15. Man, I'm telling you, man, there's no charisma whatsoever on this Texans play-by-play team, huh? At all. All right. Mills in the gun. Boone to his left. He's going to hand off. And they're going to go up the middle, and they're going to gain about 4. So that should bring up what? 2nd and 11? Sorry, I apologize. They're going to give him 3. So that'll bring up 2nd and 12. 13 minutes and ticking right now. All right. Mills in the gun. 2-by-1 set motion, the tight end to the left side to make it 3-by-1 screen to Hutchinson, and he's tackled. Channing Tindall right there to bring him down at the 40 after a 2-yard gain. So that's going to have like 3rd and 10. Defense holding tight. Let's go. All right. Mike Boone, the running back for the Texans. No longer is it Damian Pierce. Mills in the gun. Takes a snap. Looks underneath. Steps back, resets, then flips open. Ball tipped up in the air. Ooh, incomplete pass to Hutchinson. Wow, Bryce Thompson, great coverage. Great coverage by Bryce Thompson there. Look at David Mills got out to his left, reset, then flipped his hips open and tried to make a play on the move. Incomplete, 4th and 10. Punting are the Texans. All right. Great drive for the defense. They continue to look stellar. Mike, Mr. White. Let's go. Is it Mike White or Walter White? Is he going to cook up? About to find out, huh? We are about to find out. All right. What I like is Channing Tindall seems to be coming alive a little bit in this game right now, huh? Out of nowhere. I'm here for it. Had a nice tackle on that drive. Man, I hate Man U so much. Yeah, Tyndall led last game both teams in tackles. Very, very impressive. All right. About 395 of you watching. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. Had about 450 at halftime. I get it. It's because the first stream went down. I know what time it is. But it is what it is. We'd probably be at like 700 if that first stream didn't go down. Let's go, baby. I want to see. What do you got, Mike? What do you got, Mike? Show me something. Show me something, Michael. Michael. Show me something. Because Skylar just said, let's see what you got, kid. All right, man, I tell you, no charisma on this Texans broadcast whatsoever. All right, let's go. Skyler's still out there. Shovels on the move. Let's go. Finds Julian Hill. Mike White not out there. So they're probably going to give them each a quarter and a half, right? That's probably what happened. This is probably his last drive. Mike White is probably going to come in halfway through this because of Tua playing. So let's see what we got here. Motion to the left. Handoff. A-chain. Delays. Tries to break a tackle. Gets to the 30-yard line. Third and 2 after the 3-yard gain for A-chain. A-chain today, 5 carries for 21 yards right now. Third and 2. From the 30-yard line. Motion Hill to the right. Doubles on each side. And A-chain out of the backfield. Thompson delays and then avoids the hit. Then goes to get the hit out. Oh, A-chain comes back and makes the catch. Skyler just putting himself in. Skyler, it's a preseason, kid. Throw the ball away. That ain't worth it, brother. It's the preseason, my friend. Just. Oh. You don't got to take those hits, Skyler. Come on, kid. Illegal contact by the Texans on that, so it's going to be a first down anyways. But, man, Skyler, you're going to get yourself killed for preseason reps? Dude. Got to throw that away, man. All right. False start. On the defense. On the offense. I apologize, defense. What am I talking about, huh? So, false start on Cedric Ogbuehi. 1st and 15. Thompson's got to protect himself, though, man. He's going to get himself killed trying to make that play. So Mike White has to come out here now. Mike White is coming out here. The spotter must have seen something. The spotter may have seen something. Let's see. Did he stagger when he got up? Oh, because he lied there. I don't know. So Mike White's in. There's a calm on the motion. Handoff to A-chain, who he fights and fights forward. Great run. 6-yard carry by A-chain. Good run. Head. There you go. Thompson to the blue tent. He's getting looked at. Uh-oh. All right, Mike White out there now. Let's go. Let's see what you got. Julian Hill in the motion. Flag on the play. Mike White overly leads Julian Hill, and that's going to be incomplete. Was that Saubert or? Offsides on the defense, though. Replay 2nd down, so bailed out. Dolphins could have been called for a false start. All right. Mike White under center, single back, 3 receivers set. Is a comma. He's in the backfield blocking though. Ooh, and then Mike White takes the sack. 11-yard loss. There you go. Mike White. I got to get that ball out, kid. When you get to that top of your drop, if you see it coming, you got to get it out. Wynn was in on that, allowing that. All right, I formation. 2 receivers to the left and false start. Kendall Lamb going to be called. Sorry, not Kendall Lamb. Keon Smith going to be called. 8:34 left. Saubert in the backfield too, eh? Look at that in that I formation. You got him at fullback. Oof. Oh. Oh. So off the 12 personnel with Saubert in the backfield there. Not very much to go. Not very much room to go at all. That was Chris Brooks. Got, 3 yards? So we're at 4th and 17. Going to be kicking it away with under 8 minutes left. We're at 7:50 and ticking away in the third quarter. All right, punt. Bailey punted from about his own 17. It's caught at the 32-yard line and taken back to about the 33-34 of the Texans. It's going to be down at the 33. So here we go. The defense is going to go back on the field, and the defense has been quite stellar today. Davis Mills will be back out there, I assume, for the Texans. But I think Skylar's day might be done, tent or not, just as a precautionary measure. Now, Mike White's day is going to begin. So after it's all said and done, even because that incompletion was called back, so Mike White is actually 0 for 0 on that drive. Bryce Thompson making a push for that safety spot. 4 tackles today. He's actually tied with Denzel Perryman for the lead in tackles. Skylar right now 8 for 12 for 62 yards, 2 touchdowns before he left. Passer rating of 118.8. Tagovailoa throws an interception on his first throw of the game. Then he follows it up with a 5 for 6 drive for 61 yards. And the Dolphins scored. Braxton Berrios could have actually punched in a touchdown on that drive, but he stumbled and fell. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Didn't Morstead sign somewhere else before they signed Bailey, didn't they? Or did they sign Bailey first? I thought Morstead dipped first and then they signed Bailey.
The call from the voice of the Texans, Mark Vandermeer. There he is on the left of your screen, natalie attired as he stands underwear, of course, with him in the booth all season long. Texans radio.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Morstead signed first and then we signed Bailey. Isn't that how it went? Mills over the middle. Oh, my Lord. In and out of the hands of Elijah Campbell. The pick was there. He's called. Elijah Campbell got called for illegal contact anyways. So a 5-yard penalty anyways. Interception would not have stood. Ooh. I guess because Elijah Campbell got his hands real high on the receiver that came across his zone. That's why I think he got called. All right. Empty backfield for Mills. And in the shotgun, he's going to go over the middle. He's got his receiver. And he's going to be brought down after a very short gain. That was Jonathan Michie. There you go. 5 yards. And Devin Achane is being carted to the locker room. So we'll see what happens. That was after trainers looked at him, too. Oh, so A-Chain carted off. Please, God, no. All right. Davis Mills in the gun, 2x2. Pressure comes up the middle. Mike Rose overshot. Woo! Tried to make the throw to John Mechie, and it was actually a decent play in coverage by Perry Nickerson. Wow, Mike Rose was up the middle and overshot. Woo! He just shot that gap and was through, but he overshot him. Man. All right, so with 6:13 left, the Texans are about to punt it away right now. And here's the punt from Johnston. It's going to be down at about the 13-yard line. Kiki Kuti was back there to receive the punt. Whew. Hopefully Devin Achane is okay. Please be okay. Please be okay. So Isaiah Wynn had a really strong first half. Then he allowed a sack in the second half. Still going with him over Liam Eichenberg. Sorry. Look how good that run game is. We need a backup center. Alma Ulave for now, I guess. Seem to be comfortable rolling with him. Wynn just got tired. Give him some milk and cookies. He'll be fine. Is it Santa Claus or Isaiah Wynn? Let's hope Devin A-Chain's okay. Good. Elijah Campbell has actually looked pretty decent. Bryce Thompson's been decent today. Bryce Thompson's been really strong today, to be honest with you. He might have my defensive ball right now. All right. Skylar Thompson is back out there. 6:05 left. Chris Brooks almost fumbles the toss, but manages to keep it and gain 3. I mean, this is just this is the Skylar Thompson show today. I'm actually shocked that they went back to him. I'm actually shocked. And there's an injured Texan down on the field. So, wow, we'll see. I'm actually kind of shocked they went back to Thompson. Yeah, 49 Perry Nickerson. We got him a couple weeks ago. I'm looking to see if there's any updates on A-Chain. This guy's going to end up freaking signing Kareem Hunter or Leonard Fournette anyways. All right, let's go. I'm actually kind of shocked they went back and brought Skylar in. I'm still okay. All right. Skyler in the gun from the 15. Ahmed is the back. Nice throw over the middle to Izakama. And that is going to be a nice chunk yardage of about 22 yards to the Miami 37. Throw was behind Izakama, but Izakama turned his body, made the catch, and then turned his body upfield and got some extra yardage. But that was a throw behind Easy E.
Skylar Thompson has played the entirety of the second half and has done some very good things after finishing out the first half.
62 is Alama Ulave, the backup center.
21-3 lead. Now a message from Ford.
UDFA.
Come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. Drive a new F-150 XLT or Lightning XLT for $3,900 for 60 plus $1,750 cash.
I don't know. Easy E ain't starting over Barrios, I don't think.
4:59 to go in the third, a 21-3 lead for the Miami Dolphins. We were talking a moment ago, Andy, about the battles, various position battles. We talked a little bit about running back earlier, cornerback, with the defense on the field right now. So important because there's only one cutdown date this year, and it's August 29.
All right. Brooks gets the handoff, gets the left edge, and gets about 9 yards, just steamrolling.
Now you have about 1,000 players flood the market on August 29th.
And that puts the onus on these team scouts. When you talk about the organization, when you talk about the people working for the general managers, they need to be watching film on all these guys because they're not going to have time to do it incrementally or anything.
2nd and 2, 4:30 left in the third. I formation. Handoff up the middle. Chris Brooks just banging and clanging. Needed 2. Got about 1.5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and short. All right. Out of the shotgun. False start on Keon Smith. Man, that's his 2nd false start. They've got him in at left guard right now. The word on the street is A-Chain may have hurt his shoulder.
Easy to do if you're in class, but when the professor calls on you and you didn't pay attention, the professor just called on him there. Not Smith had not been listening.
So there you go. A-Chain's injury is apparently his shoulder. All right. Shotgun. Ahmed to the right. They had a trips bunch to the left. There's a flag. It's going to be another offensive penalty and another false start. Holy, everybody wants one today. Jaron Christensen takes the false start. So 2 false starts in a row turned a, wow, 3rd and inches into like a 3rd and 11. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 11. There you go. That's unbelievable. All right. Motion. Empty set. Chris Brooks is to the right. 3 receivers to the right. 2 to the left now with Chris Brooks motioned out. Empty backfield. Skyler back. He looks over the middle. He's got what a catch by River Craycraft, who breaks the tackle and gets over the middle of the field. 21-yard gain. Needed 10. Big play by up the River Craycraft. Whew. Oh, man. What a catch and a play by River Craycraft. Holy, what a catch. Whew. First and 10, 2:29 left. Handoff to Brooks. Oh, flag on the play. What a catch and what an effort by Craycraft. Oh, and an offside. Loved what I saw from Craycraft there. Paging Cedric Wilson. Chris Brooks in the backfield to the left of Skyler. 2 receivers to the right. 1 split out to the left. 11 personnel. And here comes, oh, good feel in the pocket. Oh, bad throw by Skyler. Almost gets picked off. Oh, I wouldn't have made that decision or throw. The throw was off target and almost got undercut by a safety coming across. He was targeting David Davis. Not a great throw. Ooh. But he was rushed due to a pressure. Cedric Wilson motions out of the stack on the right side. 1 receiver to the left. Handoff to Brooks out of the shotgun. He's going to get maybe a yard. That is going to bring up about a 3rd and 1. Sorry, I apologize. He got a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. From the Houston 36. 1:35 and ticking away in the 3rd. All right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Again, 11 personnel. Motion. Skyler in the gun. Ahmed to his left. Pumps. Throws a duck to the sideline. That's out of the reach for Izakama. Not a good throw. Didn't come out of his hand. Very good. That wasn't a good throw. It didn't come out of it. You could see like it was a duck. It was outside. It looks like that didn't come out of his hands really well. All right, 4th and 4. They're going to go for it. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, but they're going to motion as a comment to that side now. Skyler in the gun. Ahmed to his left. Looks back. He's got the slant over the middle. That's Cedric Wilson. He spins and makes a man miss. And Cedric Wilson makes his best play of the preseason. A 18-yard gain all the way down to the Houston 18. Let's go. Time ticking away, under 50 seconds left. Good conversion. Here we go. Skyler in the gun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Chris Brooks in the backfield with them. He looks. He takes the dump off to Brooks. Brooks makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. Stiffs arms, and he's into the end zone. Wow, Chris Brooks. Woo! Holy Chris Brooks. Chris Brooks building nicely off of his week 1 preseason performance with that touchdown run after the catch. That was great stuff. Love to see that, man. Fantastic effort. Love it. Love it. Chris Brooks saw Salvin Ackman said, "Don't you forget about me." Wow. 28-3 with 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Is Brooks going to be better than A-Chain? No. Let's relax tonight. He definitely does not have the explosiveness, whether it's the first step, the burst in the open field, all that stuff. I like him better than, the guy Chris Brooks would displace is Jeff Wilson Jr. That's what you need right now. You need a thudding back. Jeff Wilson is the one who should be looking over his shoulder with how Ahmed and Brooks are playing. That's who's in trouble right now. Mostert and A-Chain are locks. Jeff Wilson ain't a lock. He can get cut. Great play there on special teams. Was that Mike Rose? He can get cut for like nothing.
CJ Stroud played the entire first half. Indy, what you think?
He took strides. He looks better than he did last week, and that's what you want from your young quarterback, any position, not just quarterback. When you see young guys, you want to see them improve every week. And a big reason that he was able to improve is the pocket was clear because he had the big guys, the experienced offensive linemen in front of blocking for him. Larry Tunsil and Cole out there.
Chris Brooks isn't fast, Brian. He runs like a 4.58, bro. And that was like a pro day. And usually pro day numbers are better than combine numbers. He ran a 4.58 40. He's not that fast. All right, Mills, the pocket collapses. There's bodies everywhere, but he manages to get it out to Mike Boone in the flats. And he takes up off the right sideline. And he goes out of bounds. But that's going to bring an end to the quarter. Wow, what a play right up that sideline. 25 yards to the Houston 40, what is it, 44-yard line that one too? Yep. So great stuff, and that's going to wind down the third quarter, everyone. Well, the problem is, right, you obviously start camp putting, like, listen, here's the thing, right? You know, we already say, right, like I said, the starters right against their starters, like Will Anderson. How much stock did I put into the interception, the follow-up touchdown drive? You know, it is what it is. But now we're getting into the end of the third, fourth quarter. You know, now all those top guys from Houston are out. And now we're getting into the guys that some of these guys are going to be stocking shelves at your local, you know, Sam's Club in a couple of weeks, right? So you got to be careful with putting all this stock in and seeing, like, even if A-Chain was running amok right now, let's say A-Chain comes back, shoulders fine, and he goes off for like 100 yards in the, sure, I'll love it because I love A-Chain, but you think beyond August 19th, I'm putting any stock into that? Come August 20th, August 19th don't matter anymore. And we ain't going to be talking about August 19th in September. Let me tell you that much. So you got to be careful. All these same people who put all that stock into Izakama, as well as Skylar Thompson last offseason, you saw how big of a difference is. Now we can put some more stock into Skylar because he's had meaningful reps. Blah, 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 blah. We're seeing now there's still some things he needs to work on. But you can start putting a little bit more stock into Skylar because now we're into year 2, et cetera, et cetera. And he came in there pretty early. And that first drive was rough, throwing his 90-mile-per-hour fastballs on short to intermediate throws. But after he settled in, he had some nice touch throws. He had one nice touch one to Cedric on 4th down. You had a couple nice ones to Ahmed. Settled in a little bit. But, again, second, third quarter defense in the preseason against the Houston Texans. Is that going to matter in week 1 against the Chargers? You answer me that. So, we'll see. Got to be careful, man. All right, Aubrey Miller out there. I love to see my boy out there. Let's go. Motion to the right. 2-by-1 set. I'm going to take the check down to Boone, and it's not a good throw. And even if it was, Channing Tindall was right there ready to blow that play up. Like, Tindall was about to blow that play up in the backfield. Read it the whole way. Good stuff. 14:56. Out of the shotgun. Mills. Ooh, ball tipped up. Off the hands of the tight end. Channing Tindall in there. Love it. Look at Tindall making some plays right now. Look at that. Channing Tindall coming alive. Good. 14:51 left in the 4th. 3rd and 10. All right. Davis Mills steps back. And then he steps up in the pocket. Oh! Off the hands of Sims. I believe it was Steven Sims. And then Perry Nickerson had a chance to make a play on it. And he just missed out on the interception. Great throw by Mills. That was just a bad play by Sims. That was awful. Right through his hands, hit him in the mask, and the ball popped up. Then Perry Nickerson had to make a move to try and make a play on it and just couldn't. So a quick drive that stalls for the Texans. 14:40 left now. And Kiki Kuti back to receive it. And he is going to return it for like 5 yards. So the Dolphins will start on their own 16-yard line. 14:35 left here. Thompson's still in, so that tells you that after, if 2 in the starters play next week, then Mike White will probably get the whole game. Love it. All right. I formation with 2 receivers to the left. Thompson under center. Fakes the handoff. Rolls back to his right. He's got his man. Let's go. He's got Julian Hill. Let's go. Big play by Julian Hill. 16 yards. A lot after the catch. Where's my boy Elijah Higgins at right now? Guys, I don't care about the Texans. The cheerleaders just noticed they're on TV and we're like loving it, nudging each other that they're on TV. Oh my. All right, toss out of the backfield to Chris Brooks. He's running mean. And he runs off that left edge. And he gets 10 yards. And he moves the chains. Put the shoulder down. Got pushed out of bounds.
But
13-25 and ticking away. All right. Thompson in the gun. Motions. Izakama. Back out to the left. Handoff up the middle. Great run. Great effort by Chris Brooks. Going to run for about 7 yards. Bring up 2nd and 3 at the Miami 49. So they're at midfield. It's just so awkward with these Texans cheerleaders in the background now. Some are looking, some aren't. Smiling like the Stepford wives. All right. Driving. Motion is a comma. Back to that right. Out of the shotgun. They're going to hand it to Ahmed. He's going to dipsy doodle. Needed 3. Got about 2. Taking it to the Houston 49. Third and 1. All right, 12 minutes left. Skylar in the gun. Ahmed to his left. 2 receivers to the left. One of them, a tight end, Elijah Higgins. They're motioning. Ahmed gets the handoff, and he gets out that right side. A nice 11-yard run as Ahmed's pushed out of bounds to the Houston Texans 38. And that'll bring up another first down. Another great run by Salvin Ahmed. 11:35 and ticking away as the possession time continues to be dominated by the Miami Dolphins. 31 minutes and 38 seconds to 16:26 right now. Holy. All right, handoff. Brooks off that left side. He gets the edge. He just shoves a man aside, and he is pushed out of bounds after a gain of 6, bringing up a 2nd and manageable 4. They are moving and grooving. Great drive. Love what we're seeing from the run game today. The 2nd and 4. 10:50 left and ticking. From the 32-yard line of the Texans. Thompson in the gun. 1-by-2 set. 2 receivers stacked to the right. They're going to motion Brooks out to the left to sell the screen there. But instead they're going to throw the screen to the right. And holy, that got violent. Izakama got blown up for loss of 5 yards. They tried to pull the ball away. That was just not happening. We are now getting to 10 minutes remaining in the 4th and final quarter. Out of the gun, Thompson. Steps back, and he's going to launch it deep. I don't know who he's throwing to. Maybe the cameraman inside the 10-yard line. But that was just... There's a flag on the play. 4th and 9. And they're going to call him for intentional grounding. Because that's going to bring up 4th down. All right. Punt team out as the Dolphins are now out of field goal range. Over 400 of you in the room. Smash that like button. Subscribe for new. All right. 4th and 18. 9:49 left in the 4th. Here comes a punt. I don't know what we're delaying for. I swear they ambush these games to make sure they hit 3 hours. Can't tell me different. You can't tell me different. All right, punt. Bailey back. And that is to about the 10-yard line. Nice punt. And there's another flag on the play. Holding on the play by the receiving team. So that's going to bring it back. So that's going to push it to the 5-yard line, I believe. So we'll see what Houston can do as they will start at their own 5-yard line with 9:41 remaining. See, Bailey's a good punter when it comes to punting near midfield. There you go. You're wildin'. So as we get into it here, here's the box score for all of you. Wondering, Skylar Thompson, 14-21, 152, 3 touchdowns, 127.2 passer rating. Tagovailoa started off, first throw of the game was an interception. Shouldn't have made the throw. Bad read, bad throw. Then he went 5 for 6 on his second drive. That led to a touchdown by Raheem Mostert. Should have had a touchdown if Braxton Berrios wouldn't have lost his balance. Berrios right now is the leading receiver, 33 yards on 3 receptions and a touchdown. Leading rusher, Salvin Ahmed, has officially passed 100 yards, 10 carries for 101 yards. Huge. He had that 65-yard run earlier. And leading tackle getter is Bryce Thompson. But leading the game is former Dolphin Neville Hewitt. For all of you who remember him. Crazy stats here, though, are the time of possession, 33:53 to 16:26 right now. Wow. Right now, the total yards, 388 to 132 for Miami. And the Dolphins, after being 0-3 in the red zone last week, are 4 for 4, while the Texans are 0 for 2 in the red zone. So, impressive stuff. $9:41 remaining. All right. I formation with Davis Mills under center. Handoff. Boone. He's going to gain 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Actually going to give him 3, so that'll bring up 2nd and 7 right now. All right, 9:05 and ticking away. Davis Mills in the gun. Surveys, looks, throws to the right. Ooh. Big pop. Big pop right there on Johnson by Jamal Perry. Woo! All right, 8:30 and ticking in the fourth quarter. Third and 1. Mills. in the gun. 2 receivers stacked to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to hand off to Boone. And that is shut down. Mitchell Agudier. Let's go. Let's go. Mitchell Agudier with the run stop. Huge play. And that is going to force a punt. Love to see it. Mitchell Agudier, been one of the star UDFAs along with Aubrey Miller and Brandon Pilley. Problem is we are stacked at edge. But that kid makes plays, man. All right. They will be punting out of their end zone. Kiki Kuti is back to receive. Let's see what he's got. There's the punt. Kuti. He's going to take it up that left side. Bounce it. And he's going to get about 11 yards. Take it to the 44-yard line. And that's where the Dolphins will begin their next drive with 7:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Thank y'all for coming back and dealing with my technical difficulties today. I appreciate all y'all. The frustration was real earlier. Still probably not, even with over 400 of you, still probably not where we should have been at. But it is what it is. Next week's one's going to be real good, eh? With the Jags. Imagine if proper realignment took place and instead of Indianapolis going to the south, we went to the south and they went to the east. Man, Trevor Lawrence versus Tua. That would be quite... I'd take that over Allen and versus Mac Jones. That'd be amazing continuing the Clemson rivalry. We should be in the south, really. We'd be winning divisions left and right. Right now, remember Devin A-Chain, that's obviously the talk. He was carted to the room earlier. I think Mike White is obviously going to be taking the majority of the snaps. And that's why Skylar's taking them all. I'm trying to see if I can find an A-Chain update for any of you guys. Probably don't expect to see anything until later. There's no update yet on A-Chain. Maybe we'll get an update later. All right, let's go. Skylar under center, single back. They're going to hand the ball off to Brooks. He's going to shake and bake. Good protection of the football. Wrapping it in both of his arms. 7 minutes and ticking away in the fourth quarter right now. So Skylar back to throw. Darts it into the chest of Coleman. And that is going to bring up third down after a 5-yard gain.
It's got to be frustrating for the name at the top of that list, Christian Kirksey. He's been battling the hamstring in camp, not been able to be out there. And unfortunately for the veteran, he's got a pretty hefty cap tag on him.
All right, handoff. Chris Brooks, he fights for it, and he gets the first down. Love it.
There are going to be some decisions to make. It's got to be frustrating
Love it.
to be able to be out there and be a part of that competition.
That's the perfect word, frustrating, because he's watching and he knows what he can do, what help. I mean, he shows you why he's been in the league for as long as he's been. But when you're injured, when you have that cap hit, you have to go through it on the field, and he's been unable to.
All right, 5:30 and ticking away. The Dolphins 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Texans. Chris Brooks is then going to run and get about maybe 2. So that'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the Houston 42. All right, out of the pistol, handoff to Ahmed, and that's just pretty much dead up the middle. Loss of 2 yards. Nothing and nowhere. Nothing open and nowhere to go for Ahmed there, as Elijah Higgins was just overwhelmed by the double. All right, out of the gun, Skyler. Ahmed to his right. He's going to pass it off. Ahmed's going to try and bounce off, and he is going to be shut down for another loss. So this is going to take Ahmed down below the 100-yard mark now. He's at 99 yards. All right, here is the punt. Punt is from Bailey. Going to be downed at about the 8-yard line.
Timeout with 3:16 to go in the fourth. Texans down 28. At Amegy Bank, we believe our community is our home. And now Arsenal on the break through Leonard Simone, who has lots of options. Might just go a selfie. Rolls it in for Blackstein.
And why did they show me, like, why am I watching soccer? Last week, the Dolphins had 129 rushing yards in the first half. That was the most rushing yards in the first half of a preseason game for Miami since 2000. And they broke that this week. They had 140 yards in the first half. For all of you interested. I really think Chris Brooks, he would need Jeff Wilson to get cut. Ahmed's making this team, guys. Okay? I'll tell you right now, your 4 making this team are A-Chain, Mostert, Wilson, and Ahmed. You're going to need Wilson Jr. to continue to be hurt, and they say screw that, and they roll with Chris Brooks. Because you can cut Wilson for nothing, not much. So we'll see. Exactly, Scotty. I don't think Wilson Jr. is a lock at all. Especially that he's constantly banged up now. We also don't know what, like, if A-Chain has a stinger, you're taking him out. They keep showing me this Texan stuff like I care, huh? All right. Let's go. Mills out of the gun. 3:15 left. He rolls out to his right. Hits the underneath man. Shut down. Shut down. All right. Motion. Boone out of the backfield to the right side. Oh. Again, he hit that tight end right in the hands, did Mills, and the ball popped up. Whoever 84 is, he's awful. Whew. He's terrible. All right, 28-3, 2:30 left. Mills in the gun, 3rd and 11. They got to throw the ball. Mills steps up. There you go. 84 made a catch, and it's for 12 yards. He got a first down. Good for him. That's going to take us down to like the 2-minute warning. All right, 2-minute warning. So let's take a look at the stats right now. What are we dealing with? Skylar Thompson, 15 of 22, 3 touchdowns. Tua Tagovailoa, 5 of 7, an interception, 61 yards. Salvin Ahmed, 12 carries, 99 yards. Chris Brooks, 11 carries, 4.7 yards. Raheem Mostert, 6 carries, 30 yards. Braxton Berrios, the leading receiver, 3 receptions, 33 yards. Salvin Ahmed, 4 receptions, 32 yards. Cedric Wilson, 2 receptions, 31 yards. Julian Hell, 3 receptions, 31 yards. Mike Boone, the leading receiver for Houston. Houston not getting much. They only have 32 yards rushing. Bryce Thompson, still the leading tackle getter for the Dolphins. Neville Hewitt, the former Dolphin, is the leading tackle getter in the game. And then when you look at this right now, first downs, 23-8 for the Dolphins. Total plays, 67-39. Total yards, 400-154. Drives, the Texans actually have more drives, 10-9 right now. But you see the rushing yards, 207 for the Dolphins, 32 for the Texans. Dolphins 4 for 4 in the red zone, while the Texans are 0 for 2. Possession time, 37-53 for the Dolphins to 20-07 for the Texans right now. But the Texans are going to add to that because they currently possess the football. So man, the big defense, that rush defense, whether some of the starters or the backups holding itself together, for sure. Everyone freaking out in the chat, arguing over whether it's preseason or not. Jeff's actually right. You don't get too high and you don't get too low. He's 110% right. Look at all the people that got high on Is It Common, Skylar Thompson last season. How'd that work out? Look at all the people who were trying to get low on Tua during training camp last season, and then he's in the MVP combo. That's why you gotta watch. You gotta be careful. All right, out of the gun. Mills back to throw. Incomplete with 1:56 left. All right, let's go. Mills in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They motion the tight end to the left side. 1 running back in the backfield with him. Mills steps back. Pressure's coming. He steps up. Oh, he hit the receiver in the hands. He didn't make the play. Bachman. He hit him in the hands. He didn't make the play. All right, 3rd and 10. 1:50 left in the 4th. Out of the gun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mills makes the throw. Incomplete. Led the receiver a tad too much. All right, let's go. 4th and 10. They're going for it. Then we can just down it and run it out, basically. Mills out of the shotgun, steps up, looks over the middle. That's a completion. There you go. So that's going to continue their drive. That is going to continue their drive. So, Mills again, steps back, takes the underneath to Mike Boone out of the backfield into the flats. He gets up that right sideline, moves the chains once more. 1:19 went out of bounds, too. Great stuff for the Texans in their 2-minute drill. Our defense kind of on their heels a little bit. All right. From the 46 of the Dolphins. Oh, he throws to Bachman. He wants a penalty on Perry Nickerson. He's not going to get it. That's incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. With 1:14 left. All right. 2nd and 10. Snap. Mills out of the shotgun. It's batted down at the line. Let's go. That looked like, was that looked like Randy Charlton might have got his hand on that football. the former Mississippi edge player that they've shifted to the interior defensive line. Looked like it might have been him who got his hand on that. Good defense. 3rd and 10 now.
5 yards and a touchdown a week ago in New England. Still warmed up. We watched him through warm-ups earlier today.
3 receivers to the left off the motion, 1 to the right. 1 running back in the backfield, and that's his check down, Boone. And he's going to get stuffed up and stopped for no real gain. I believe that was Jamal Perry in there again. And obviously with a minute left, there's a Texan that goes down.
Timeout charged under a minute to go in this fourth quarter.
Get him off the field. Finish the game. It's preseason. Let's move it.
Texan down on the field. You're the native of Germany. He began football
Looks like he rolled his ankle.
6'7", 312 pounds.
Yeah.
Wide receiver,
Rolled his left ankle, looks like.
tight end. Didn't start football till the age of 16. Played soccer before.
Rolled his left ankle.
Signed this year as an undrafted rookie by Houston. That left ankle.
57 seconds left in the fourth.
Gingerly toward that Houston sideline.
This is basically a done deal.
H-Town, are you ready to charge with the Houston Texans all year round? Become a proud season ticket member today and secure your spot in the stands for every game this season. Plus, enjoy exclusive benefits along the way. Visit HoustonTexans.com/tickets or call 888-TICKS-4TEX now.
Talk about the offensive line and defending me. Just another guy going down. So more and more opportunities for these young guys to try and make the team show.
All right, 4th and 10. They're going for it from the Dolphins, 46. Mills back. He's under pressure. Holy. Jalen Twyman coming for him. Everyone's coming for him. Overthrows, and that's a turnover on downs. 49 seconds left.
Will be a turnover on downs. Dolphins will likely take a knee, and that'll end this one. With the Texans on the wrong side of the scoreboard, 28-3.
What it does, it humbles you. After a chance where they had some success last week against New England, now they know what they need to work on. It gives them a clear picture of what they have to improve upon. And
All right, 49 seconds left. 1st and 10.
so there's something positive that can come out of it if you respond correctly.
They'll have another chance. Joint practices this upcoming
All right, here's the knee.
against the New Orleans.
Boom. And that is a final, ladies and gentlemen.
Run, they'll take one more snap, and this second
That is it.
will be in the books. Progress made, though. CJ Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., your two.
So there you go. The Dolphins, rough first drive for Tua, rough first drive for Skylar. But Tua's second drive, 5 for 6, 61 yards, ended in a touchdown run from Mostert. And then Skylar settled in after his rough first drive, and he looked real good. So good showing from the offense today. And the defense, you know what they're doing. They're doing their damn thing. So there you go, 28-3 final right here. Skylar Thompson, 15 of 22, 157, 3 touchdowns, sacked once for 14 yards. Tua Tagovailoa, 5 for 7, 61 yards and interception. Salvin Ahmed, 12 carries for 99 yards. He was actually over the 100-yard threshold until he got stuffed up on a few runs. Chris Brooks, 11 carries for 47 yards. Raheem Mostert on those, well, really only that second drive because the first drive was only one throw, that 2 interception. But he had 6 carries for 30 yards and that touchdown to cap it off. Braxton Berrios leading the receivers with 3 receptions for 33 yards. And Jamal Perry and Bryce Thompson both finishing with 4 tackles to lead the way. David Long and Channing Tindall each had 2 tackles. Now, when you go into the team stats, Dolphins 23 first downs to the Texans 10. The Dolphins ran 21 more plays than the Texans, 69-48. Nice. They had 398 total yards to 186. The big difference really was the rushing. 205 rushing yards for the Dolphins compared to 32 for the Texans. Dolphins, again, 4 for 4 in the red zone, while the Texans were 0 for 2. Possession time, 38-42 to 21-18 for the Dolphins as well. You're seeing those kind of dominant numbers in the regular season, then you sure will be loving life. Guys, we got over 400 of you in the room. Please smash that like button. Again, we had an outage, like halfway into that first quarter there after that second drive from the Dolphins. I apologize. Just, again, the construction going on or whatever. So that will not be happening during the regular season. Unless, of course, there's a thunderstorm and everything gets knocked out. But knock on wood. Appreciate all of y'all for coming through. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. It helps. It goes a long way. Final thoughts here. Isaiah Wynn looked really good. Now, he did give up that sack in the second half. But he's just, I think he's clamping down on that left guard competition. You got to assume that because Skylar Thompson got all those reps after Tua this week, if Tua plays a series or two next week, you got to think Mike White's going to be getting all of those reps. Connor Williams, we've heard about his struggles since he stopped his holdout and reported to camp, and those struggles have continued into the preseason game, and that was not overly pretty. Now, Keon Smith, 2 false starts when he's, trying to compete for that left guard. That's just going to send him further down the pecking order. But, overall, good stuff, impressive stuff. Obviously, the running back situation's getting very interesting. You got Devin Achane was carted off. We're waiting for an update. It was apparently a shoulder injury, but in his absence, Chris Brooks came in. He looked pretty good, building off of his impressive performance from the first preseason game. Then on top of that, Salvon Ahmed. I mean, what can you say about Salvon Ahmed and what he did today? He had a total of 131 all-purpose yards and a touchdown. So impressive stuff, like what we saw from Salvon Ahmed. Remember, he was used sparingly in the first preseason game, and today they kind of let him loose, and it looks like he's kind of grown in this offense. Guys, you got to remember, Salvon Ahmed's a Mike McDaniel guy. Mike McDaniel and Kyle Shanahan, we got him from the San Francisco 49ers. People seem to forget this. So we'll see how it goes. We got preseason. Now we're getting into joint practices and preseason game with the Jags coming up this week. Unless something breaks tomorrow, I will be back on Monday. Expect me on Monday. Man, thank y'all for watching that preseason game to me. Enjoy the rest of your night. Love each and every one of you. You know what time it is. Fins up all day, every day. And let's pray for the health of A-Chain. And let's continue to pray for the health of this team. Armstead was in a walking boot today. So let's get healthy and let's get ready for week 1. Until next time, baby. Fins up. You already know